Okay, so I just used the Bissell Crosswave. I've given the floors time to dry. I don't know how well you can, how well it all shows up, but the floor is much, much cleaner. It has a lot better sheen to it. The floor dried extremely quickly. I do have a Hoover floor made, and this dried in about the same time, I would say. I'm very happy with it. It didn't streak the floor. Everything came out very nicely. I even ran it over the hardwood floor in here, and it did a nice job. I mean, these floors in here weren't that dirty in this spot, but I mean, it cleaned it up very well. Did in front of the wood stove and right here, which this will get smeary, and it cleaned all that up because this is a high traffic area. It didn't use tons of solution. I think there's actually, yeah, there's still some in there yet. I pretty much went over the kitchen like twice. I did the hardwood floor in here, and I went over the rug. And since there was extra, and this is the spot that gets peed on a lot, I flipped it over and actually did the underneath of the rug to try and clean it up and get some of the smell out of it. It works very well on hard flooring, and it actually really lifts the pile and fluffs up this area rug. It was harder to push, definitely, on the rug, but I mean, it would be like using a carpet shampooer. They push harder than just a normal vacuum. But overall, I mean, it did a terrific job, and I like that it's good for multiple floor surfaces, and it's a vacuum as well, so you don't have to vacuum, then get out a different machine to clean up your floors. Uh, Now, here's where it gets really disgusting. Does it work? I would say it works. That's absolutely disgusting. And I just used my rainbow vacuum to vacuum right before I did this. So it wasn't really sucking up, dirt from just normal vacuuming. It was actually just, scrubbing and cleaning up the dirt that couldn't be vacuumed up. Watch the horror. That water is filthy. Absolutely filthy. And you can see, look at all the chunks and debris that it picked up. I mean, most of that looks like some mud and just some wood from the wood stove. So I'm extremely happy with the Bissell. It's a very versatile machine. It's a little pricey. This model starts at $250, but I mean, compared to the floor mate I have that was like $130, the floor mate's very limited in its uses. It can't vacuum, and it just has spinning scrub brushes, so I wouldn't really want to even use it on hard flooring, and it's not made for area rugs at all. Um, One thing I forgot to really point out is when you use the trigger on this to spray solution, it actually turns on headlights. I wish the headlights would just stay on all the time, but maybe the next model they can do that. I do like that the switches light up when you turn it on. And it's nice you can switch back and forth between hard floors and the area rug setting. Uh, Again, I wish the headlights would just stay on all the time. And the only difference with the area rug setting is that it just dispenses more solution like a carpet shampooer would. Because when you're doing hard flooring, you don't need as much solution as when you're shampooing. So, I mean, I think it was very well thought out, and Bissell really did a great job with this machine. I have a Bissell Spot Bot and a Bissell Premier Pet Liftoff shampooer, and I've been more than happy with both of them. I did have a Hoover Spin Scrub carpet shampooer before, and I really wasn't impressed by it. I mean, it didn't do a horrible job, but the Bissell, is clearly a better machine. Uh, I hope this review is helpful, and so far I'm really pleased with this Bissell.